mean, you'd have to like put it on a rope and try to like lasso it around or something. It was weird. It was the weirdest thing. I was like, I don't know how the fuck this got over here.
You need a blood splatter expert to like help you recreate the scene.
I know they call it a crime scene investigator. Right?
Yeah.
There's no crime, but I need to write this down.
Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. The show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that the show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you were listening to the Chip and Cern Show.
Yes, once again, or possibly for the first time.
It's possible. It's possible. Now, Cerny, we were just discussing before we went on air, you have been up to a bit of craftsmanship, dare I say, around the house. You said you replaced the fence, and then my most recent text from you is about a new refrigerator.
Oh, man, I completely forgot to text you. It's a good thing I texted you.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. So
this is your brand new house, and you're already upgrading appliances. Well,
yeah.
You guys.
So the refrigerator there was an old refrigerator.
Okay.
One of the old side. It was a side-by-side, which at first, now, for the record, I made a statement that it will not be liked. Because the other refrigerator that we had, that was shitty to begin with. Fuck you, KitchenAid.
The one that kept freezing the stuff in the fridge? Okay.
It was the ice machine. It was all fucked up. Anyway, it was a chest freezer, and the chest freezer would always get, the pull-out, the drawer.
Uh-huh.
it would like freeze. You'd have to like...
Oh, freeze shut? Bring the blow dryer down and...
Put your body way into it. So a proclamation was made, not by me, but, I want a side-by-side. I said, no, you don't. But whatever. So we had a side-by-side here, but it was an older refrigerator.
Uh-huh.
And the side-by-side, it was too small. You couldn't really...
And you got a lot of people at the house.
That's the problem.
So it's not like there's two people.
No. If it was two people, it'd be perfect. But there's not. So there's 5 people. So there's... And some vagrants who like to stop from time to time and serve the fridge. But... So it was...
Steal your beer and shit?
No, that's off limits. That's in a different fridge that can only be accessed by me. Well, it's in the garage. But no one's going to walk to the garage. No one ever thinks to walk to the garage for a year. So.
It's a great hiding space for everything, the garage.
Yeah. So we need a new fridge. Basically, was the thing. It's not working out. We'd have to put food in the garage fridge, because we just didn't have enough.
Yeah.
And then shit would be forgotten, and you're like, this is moldy. So, okay, we need a new fridge. All right. So I looked at when the fridge. Well, first I was like, this fridge isn't really that old. The one that was already there.
Uh-huh.
It was like 2012 or something like that. Like, well, that was a decade ago, and I was like, huh? Oh fuck.
Oh shit.
Fuck, it was a decade ago. Shit. All right, so. We're looking for fridges.
Okay.
We're like, best fridge, like Consumer Report, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And Samsung keeps coming up. And they said they have stepped their game up. And I was like,
oh, really?
I don't fucking believe this.
You got burned by a Samsung before, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was like, no. Whatever. So we're looking, and it kept coming up. So I was like, all right, let me investigate. So we went down and we're looking at it. And I was like, this fridge look fucking sweet. And I was like, God damn it. Do I go back? Do I dare go back? Have they figured it out since last time? It's been since I got the Samsung. It's been like 3 or 4 years.
4 years.
I was like, lock it up in 4 years. Maybe they took some time in COVID to not manufacture it, but really maybe fix the case.
Check out the R&D. Go get in there. Yeah.
I was like, all right, let's do it. Okay. So Robin ordered it up. And it's going to be delivered. I was like, sweet. So she posted the old fridge, for sale.
Mm-hmm. Gone. Sold it quick.
It was gone, yeah. And it was like the usual shit, like $300. We take $100. It's like, so it was back and forth, and finally this guy's like, when you take 100, it was like back and forth. Well, it's for displaced Ukrainian family. So she said, well, I'll do half, 150. 120, please. And she was telling me this. I said, tell him 150 or don't answer, don't comment again. She's like, no, I can't be me. She's like, we're
The
really
Ukrainian
selling
family thing's bullshit too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah. So I was like, whatever. Just 150, just get it out. I go, hey, do you have any interest at the moment? She's like, no. I said, all right, 150, fuck it.
Yeah.
Just get it out of there. He's carrying it. I'm not doing a fucking thing.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, he says 125. I said, did you tell him 150? She said, yes. She says, well, no, we're stuck on 150, 130. I said, okay. I said, just don't answer. Don't answer.
Yeah.
And then finds out, okay, 150. I'll be there.
So, okay. He found $20 magically?
Yeah. I got to rent a trailer. So I'd done this dance before, and I was like, okay, listen. When he shows up, I know this person. He's going to give you like $120. What was his original offer? She said like 100, but then he said 120. I said, he's going to give you $120 and say he doesn't have 30. I said, if he does, call me out there if he does that. I'm going to tell him to go back to his fucking car and open up the box and pull out the extra $3 where he's hiding it. I know how it works.
Probably in his other pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So he did
I thought
show
you said
up.
120. Oh, I only brought that. My bad. Will
you take that? No. I said, no, just say no. Fuck it. No. But anyway, so he just showed up, and actually his son like handed me the money, and I counted it right in front of his ass. I was like counting it right in front of him. I'm like, all right, oops, sorry, hit the mic. So he's good. She's like, okay.
Did he try to get you to load it in?
He actually had like those little trailers. Him and his son pushed it up there, so
Okay,
I was like,
nice.
good.
Sometimes with that, I'll just be like, here's my Venmo. It's outside. Figure it out.
Yeah, I don't
Figure it out.
So,
Okay.
So the new fridge is coming in. Perfect. New fridge came in.
Mm-hmm.
I was on a call for work as they were loading it up. I was like, okay, cool. They said, okay, thanks. And I was like, thanks. And then my wife's like standing in the doorway, like with her head down. I was like, what? Because I know she has like the nervous, like she's about to deliver some bad news. Like, yep. Doesn't fit. I was like, what? It's like, what?
How could it's like a standard hole, no?
So I thought. But it went off like half an inch. Yeah, we couldn't even shim it in there.
Damn.
Had to cut the fucking
On half an inch on the sides or tall?
tall. Like it was hitting the door of the half to maybe 3/4 of an inch. Like it was hitting the door of it. Because I was like, oh, I'll just trim the base, fuck it.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck. We can't even do that.
Oh no.
And like we were like going over like, do we just have like a shelf? And I was like, I gotta cut the fucking cabinets out. It's like, God damn it. I was pissed.
Oh my God.
I was like, fuck. I was like, I gotta cut the fucking cabinets out. Which I did. Hammer it out and cut the cabinets
look at
out and
this
had to do
picture.
a little there was like a little of course, Rob went right to
It looks good. I'm looking at the finished product. It certainly doesn't look like there was any fuck up to be had.
I mean, Robin went right to Pinterest for
Some ideas.
Yeah. So I built like a little faux box and stuff, which I was doing. I'm like, we gotta get the fridge in there. It was like sicking out, It's like sitting in the middle of the fucking kitchen. It was plugged in, but it was plugged into like the
It's just
wall.
hanging out in the middle. There's a cord like all the way fucking taut to the plug.
It was a good fit. I was like, God damn. So it's like, okay, so it's like
So you
10
can't
o'clock
say,
on a
"I'll do it
Tuesday
this
night, and I'm like
weekend."
running the saw.
Oh my God.
Trying to cut the fucking thing so I can get it in there.
That's hilarious. Yeah, you can't say, I'm gonna get to that project this weekend. I kind of am tired from work.
Sitting in the middle of the refrigerator.
That's hilarious. Well, how was the review been on the new fridge? How's the Samsung? Has it
Oh,
gotten
so far
attention?
I'm loving it. It's first off, I linked it up to all my Alexas.
Oh,
So-
what can you do with that?
It makes an announcement if some bozo in the house leaves the fridge open, like happens all
Oh,
the time, and it alerts me on my phone that it's open. that someone has left the door open. Please
A
close
teenager has left your fridge door open again.
again. And it's one of those. So this is the one I find. I don't know if maybe you haven't found it yet. Not that sometimes I understand like they hit it with their hand and didn't quite latch and just kind of bounced. Okay, but it's like they opened the fridge and then just walked away. So I'm like, what's going on? They're like, huh? I was like, why is the fridge open? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know?
So they just opened it, grabbed a sparkle water and a cheese stick, and then just left.
Sometimes I've even witnessed this firsthand, live in real life.
Yeah.
Open it up. Don't grab anything. Just open it up and then just walk away. It's like they choose to.
Are you sure they weren't fucking with you? Were they just fucking?
They do that. I was like, oh my God. So it's like here somebody has a job here to take the trash out. So this is a favorite. This happens once every 3 times. Takes the trash out and then doesn't put any. Just
no liner back in.
No liner, not even the can lid because it comes off and it's just sitting in the middle of the floor. And he's like back and I'm like, dude, did you forget something? No. I took the trash out. You took the trash out. No. The trash is still disassembled in the middle of the kitchen. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Wow.
It's like I'm taking notes. So for maybe one day if they actually like own a house or an apartment, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to turn all the fucking lights on. Yeah, you see those things. Open up the fridge. Somehow, when they brush their teeth, it's like they spit on the fucking mirror. I don't understand how it happens. I don't know. I'm like, what the fuck? Animals.
I've seen this toothbrush thing too. Now, mind you, my kids are much smaller, but there's some serious aversion right now. They're in this phase, the aversion to like toothpaste. Too spicy or whatever.
Oh, yes.
It's like, come on.
You have to get like the Tutti Frutti flavor or whatever.
Yeah, but then you get the strawberry and they're like, oh, it's yuck. I'm like, there's literally no bubble gum. It doesn't matter. There's no flavor that they're going to like.
Your options are limited.
So I put it on there. The fucking smallest amount of toothpaste is not even going to suds up at all. Then they hold it on the water until basically it washes off most of the toothpaste. But then they press because we got them, it's like whatever tricks you can buy to make your kid brush their teeth, you're just going to do. So we got the aerial fucking spinny bristle head one, and it just like a fucking sprinkler, just like all the liquid toothpaste shooting all over the mirror. So that's our toothpaste. So I hearing the evolution of that. It's going to change into something else, but I don't know how it's so splatter. Do they get toothpaste over the counter too, or
over the counter, like on top of the faucet? On the,
how?
I mean, the mirror is weird because you have to it's like they're spitting from like way back, and they're just like because I'm like, how the fuck do you do that?
Are they spitting like a
big
loogie into the sink, and it's like is it like splatter, like blood splatter, or
if it gets that high up on the it's about chin high. When I'm staring at the mirror, it's chin high to me. It's amazing. It's amazing. There's been times. One time, someone made a mess in the house, and I forget what it was. Where there was it was Melanie. She was cooking something, and there was like batter. But the batter, where she was cooking and mixing the batter, it was like on the side of the wall, and like Robin was like yelling at her for.
Was it mathematically impossible of a trick?
According to my mathematics, I was like taking a tape measure. I actually got out a tape measure and I was like measuring it, and I was like, okay, just stop the yelling real quick. I just have to understand from
the
a physics
standpoint.
What is going on? How the fuck did this get over here? And I was like insane, right? But I was like, this doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense.
I mean, you'd have to like put it on a rope and try to like lasso it around or something. It was weird. It was the weirdest. I was like, I don't know how the fuck this got over here.
You need a blood splatter expert to like help you recreate the scene.
I know they call it a crime scene investigator. Right?
Yeah,
there's no crime, but I just need to. I need to write this down.
Yeah. Well, I shared a little bit ago that my dog Zoe got sprayed by a skunk again.
Yes.
So I went and I got anti-skunk.
Oh, that's right.
Pellets.
We were doing the pellets.
Yeah. And so I sprinkled it around. I read how this works. So from my understanding, it basically has some smell for like raccoons and skunks and all sorts of kind of rodents of
It's
that
like peppermint or
size.
some shit. Kind of weird something, yeah.
Something that basically if they smell it, they freak out and they just leave. So I'm sprinkling this thing. I emptied the whole tub. It's like a gallon. It's probably like a gallon at least. And I'm going around the house basically trying to do a whole perimeter around my house.
Yeah,
right?
set a perimeter. Got it.
Yeah. So the first night after I did that, they came back.
Just walked right over there.
Yeah, they just walked right over. I'm like, oh, that's kind of fucked up. But it has been a couple days, and I haven't seen them since. So
Does that get wet or?
I don't know. It did rain here, actually, believe it or not, a couple days ago. I'm like, it's August 1st, and it rained pretty
Oh, that's
decent
right.
for like 20 or 30
I was outside
minutes.
doing the fence when you were saying I was doing the fence.
Yeah.
And so, for those of you who don't know, the fence is relatively new. It's like 3 years old, apparently, was what I'm told.
Yeah.
But
Is
on
that
one
what
side,
the guy wrote on the envelope when he left you? All the notes?
yeah, something. Yeah, actually, he did. He was, but the one side of the house had no gate to the front yard, and it's actually the side that's closest to the front door.
Okay.
So, I mean, like me being lazy or not wanting to do it, maybe not lazy, but I just didn't really want to.
I mean, that's something. It's not a 20-minute project to knock off when you're, bored. What would that take you? Your whole weekend probably, because you got to put concrete. It's got to dry.
It took me a little bit because I had to you have to measure it out because once you cut the fence, it's cut.
Yeah,
Take the
you don't want
saws
that
out
to
of
happen like your fridge.
Yeah, no. So cut it, and we did all that. So I was doing the fence, and it's just right in the middle of it. I had all my saws out and shit.
Start dumping rain.
I started looking. I was like, "What the hell is it raining?" I was like, "What the hell?" I'm like running in, scrambling, like picking up my stuff.
It's like warm too. It was really
Yeah,
warm out.
it was weird.
Like 80 degrees and raining. It's very odd.
I assumed it was like smoke or something because it was kind of it was cloudy, but I thought it's haze or something. Maybe a little bit of clouds, but no. I was like, this looks kind of weird, like it's going to rain. And then I was sitting there, I was like, what the hell? It's like dropping. I mean, like scrambling, picking up my shit, going, what the hell?
It was very like East Coast, like Florida, humid rain situation thing, which we don't get ever really in California. But
it's a dry heat.
It's a dry heat here. And so far the anti-skunk stuff works. But this morning, I get up because I usually get all my workouts in the morning. Ungodly hours. And I'm out there, and Zoe comes out. She always follows me out in the morning. And I get my coffee because I set it at whatever time to make sure it's ready to go when I wake up. I got my whole routine done, like everybody else. Play Pokemon in the morning a little bit, play 5-10 minutes of Pokemon, then head out the door, do my workout.
Before I boot up, it's like, let me just catch a few, get my daily catch, get my,
get your stuff in. Yep, totally. And so we have another dog door in the living room area that we lock at night, and we have one in our bedroom. So the dogs can go out at night. So I walk over, and Zoe's already over by the door, which she kind of normally does. She'll scratch at it like, let me out of here. And I get close, and I see her pick something up off the ground. And I'm like, And I was like, what was that? What was that, Zoe? And she, about face, runs back towards the bedroom where my wife and kid are sleeping. And I'm like, that looked like a gray rodent. It was 6-8 inches, 8 inches maybe. Pretty plump looking. It's like, fuck. So I go out there, and she is already in the room. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Go through the other door. And she goes out on the deck, so she ran through. And then I blocked all the doors, and I went out there.
Okay, so like, you locked them up? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, what do you got there? And it was a fucking dead rat. Because we have these rat traps in the back. So I think at night, she one got caught and she dragged it out of there. And I'm like, fuck. So this thing's laying in the middle of my deck. Whatever. This isn't the first time. So I'm looking around for something to grab it with. And there's a clear Ziploc bag, a gallon. Perfect size for a dead rat.
Oh, yeah.
So I turn it inside out, and I pick it up, and I zip it up. and I put it on the table because obviously, when you got kids, you got to show them cool shit like fucking dead rats,
Yep.
So it was out there. I did my workout. I came back. I'm like, oh, did everyone see the rat that I left? Left everybody. And so obviously, my wife wasn't super thrilled with that whole thing. So
I can't do it. See,
I left it outside on the table outside because it's in the Ziploc bag, but it's also kind of got hot today. And so
oh man.
My wife went because it's back to school in a couple weeks, so they went to Target to get some school stuff, and she's texted me. She goes, Chipper, you need to figure out the rat thing because it's the worst smell I've ever smelled in my life.
Yeah.
And I go out there, and the fucking bag is like poofed up a little bit.
Oh.
Dude, that's not even the worst part. All the maggots that were inside of the rat have came out, and they're like crawling around in the hot, steamy bag. It smelled so.
Yeah.
I'm almost like kind of getting sick thinking about it. It was maybe one of the worst smells. And everything else is going on there.
You touched it with the bag. I won't even. I can't do it. I can't.
Dude,
I pick it up with a shovel.
Even though it was pretty clearly dead. I mean, it wasn't like disemboweled or anything. But even, how when you pick up the dog poop, you do the inside out. I did that, and even touching it, I was like,
I can't.
I was like,
I can't even do that.
You know how you think it might come alive for no? I mean,
yeah, that's my nightmare. That is my nightmare.
I don't know how I did it. Maybe because it was so early in the morning, and I'm like, I'll be even in more trouble if I just leave this here, and then the dog brings it back inside, and there's this shit. Oh my God. So I had to get rid of that. So it's in the outside garbage. I mean, I don't know unless I make a separate trip to the dump. There's nothing else I can do to get it further out. Maybe leave it outside for like a.
I've had that where it's like trash day. Like they pick it up and they come out and like one of the dogs killed a rat, and I'm like, of course. Now I got to smell this rotting carcass for
7
another
days.
fucking week.
Yeah.
There was once. This is a while ago. Rat trap, and I heard the snap. Like it was like nighttime, right? Everyone's inside. I heard the snap, and I was like, "Got his ass, good, right?
Got him."
But some part of me is like dreads it because I know I'm the one that's gonna have to, look at that nasty beast and throw it away. It just
animal.
My heart starts racing. I start sweating every time. It's just those things.
Pavlovian response.
So I was like, "Oh God." But then I could hear the trap dragging across the ground.
Oh.
And I was like, no.
Oh, no.
Please.
He's making a break for it.
And then I was like, I can hear it. It's still alive. It's dragging the trap. So
wait, what time is this? Is you're like
this is
bed?
like 10 o'clock. I was laying in bed. I was like, so I had to get up, put some shoes on. I was like, Melanie, you're gonna have to come with me. She's like, why? I was like, I need someone to hold the flashlight. And she's like, why? I was like, because I think the rat's like dragging a trap and I got to kill it. She's like, what? I was like, yeah, this is how it's gonna go. So we go out there.
That's why you shouldn't be awake at this hour.
Yeah, so she's got the light on it, and it's like I can hear it, and it's like I'm like. It's like a horror movie in my mind.
Yeah, dude.
It's like it's, all you can see is just right in front of you. Like all your peripherals black. It's like, so I'm like
Blair
looking
Witch
around.
Project, dude.
Yeah, turn the camera. Ooh, it's out here somewhere. So it's underneath one of the chairs. So then I see it. Okay, so I move the chair and I can see it's like trying to jump, but it's stuck.
Oh, it's trying to get away. Okay.
Yeah, it's like its back leg and its tail, but it's like, I was like, oh my God. She started screaming, right? And I'm like, oh my God. Take a shovel. I'm like smacking it.
With the flat.
With the flat
shovel.
All I could grab because I was like, well, maybe I'll just take the spade and like chop it, but it's like jumping around. I'm like, fuck. Smack,
my God.
smack it. And I killed it. I smashed it.
Brutal.
A million pieces. Oh, it was brutal.
You just took all your mouse and rat anger out on it?
Yeah. There was actually another one.
Did
I
you
had to do this-
preserve the trap, or you just scooped that thing up and threw it all away?
Nope, trap went away. I just had the old wood traps. You know,
Yeah.
it's gone. I'm not reusing
What's
that shit.
new-
I'm not touching it. I don't even want it's those. That's how
What's
the
the
bubonic
best-
plague comes from. That's where they come from. Those are the rats. I don't even want it.
And the Pied Piper. Nobody wants that guy around either.
No.
What's the top technology in rat traps these days?
I have one. I haven't caught one with it. It's like one of those electric ones. Like they go in there and they get shocked.
Oh,
They never go in it. I've only caught them on the glue traps.
do you have to put cheese in there still?
I usually put like salami or something really stinky. You know, so
Okay.
it'll
Yeah.
bring it.
The glue
I've
traps
done-
are
They're
They're effective.
worked,
Yeah.
but it's like I've had them on some spots where I didn't really want I didn't feel like I couldn't like quite get a good handle with the rat traps because the rat
Yeah.
traps are pretty big, and I mean the mouse traps. I've been snapped by mouse traps and it hurts like hell. The rat trap, but I don't want any part
the
of that.
rat traps they're like as big as an iPhone, right?
Oh
as
yeah,
big as
yeah.
your cell phone, right?
And that snaps like you're breaking a fucking finger. So
You're
I've had
busting
some
a
good-
phalange on those things.
and that's where one time we had a rat stuck to a glue trap, and Jeffrey was always like, "Let's go check the traps." I was always like,
Save it for the snake, dude.
I was like, "No, I'm not touching that thing." So I was like, "He's like, okay, let's check the traps." He likes to check them every morning. I'm like, "You go ahead." So-
Yeah.
and there was one time where I could hear him like, "No!" He's like yelling, "No!" He's yelling at Kiwi, the dog. "No, Kiwi, no!" And I was like,
Oh no.
he's like, "Dada!" He's like yelling. I was like, "Oh!" I was like, "Fuck!" I was like,
What happened?
so I go out there and like, she has the rat. She's like doing the death
Trying to
shake.
shake it to death?
Yeah, and like, he's like, the rat was alive and he was stuck to the trap. And he was trying to get away. And Kiwi came in and killed it. I said, "All right, good
Nice.
Kiwi." Did my dirty work for me.
Nice.
She got
I
extra
like
treats that day.
Bonus treats. Any dog kill is worth a good
Oh yeah, I was calling her Keller for a week. Get him, Keller.
Nice. I do have I think I have a stay for my the cat situation.
Oh, okay. Update.
So we have, we love going to Disneyland, and I feel like my wife and I experience a lot of joy for ourselves seeing our kids have a blast at Disneyland. Like, I used to think, oh, who would take your 3-year-old to Disneyland? They're not going to remember it. And then when you're a parent or when you see, you're like, oh, the parents get to see how much fun the kids are having right then, and that's what
Yeah.
makes it.
That's what it is.
So I'm like, we got to go back to Disneyland. It's been a couple years. Sonny hasn't been since he was literally like 4 months old or something
Yeah.
like that. And so I said, well, we should fly because remember my Catalina kerfuffle on the flights? And we had to rebook. Well, we actually got our partial refund of those legs in a credit. So we have
okay.
like a couple $100 of Alaska Airlines credits, and they go right to LA area. And I said, let's just fly. It'll save us. When I say us, it'll save me
I'll save you.
8 to 9, maybe 10 hours of driving each way, which I don't want to deal with. My wife's like, no, let's drive. It'll be good. Well, okay, whatever. We can drive. Well, this past weekend, we did a little wedding, and the drive was 4 hours. So not an easy trip. 4 hours in a car is still a bit of ways to travel, but we broke it up. We drove 2 hours. We parked. We hit the supercharger. We got lunch. Then we carried on. We made it. Anyway, on the way home is just a lot. My wife, like, we got home. She's like, okay, we could fly to Disneyland. I'm like, yes.
There we go.
Sweet.
There we go.
Got it.
4 hours. I mean, that's only gets you like Bakersfield.
Yeah.
You're not even to Anaheim.
And to be honest, the kids were great the whole time. It's just a long fucking time
Yeah,
in the car.
your ass hurts. It's like,
Yeah. So we had originally discussed doing the cats for Charlie's birthday, which is in October, but now the Disneyland trip is shaping up to be a birthday trip. So then that pushes the kitten thing to Christmas.
Christmas.
So I think I've gotten it pushed out that far.
And maybe cat fever will pass by then. Maybe. It's a possibility.
I don't think so. Every time we go to the store, they're just looking at the stuffed animals. They're like, "Oh, look at these cats." They're always asking to buy cat stuffed animals.
Oh, fuck. Well,
I'm like, "Oh, I'm sunk.
It's coming.
I'm so fucking."
You might as well just accept it, I guess. You know, the other day,
I'm just gonna buy a cat, I guess.
Jeffrey was playing this game. He's playing Roblox or some shit.
Yeah.
And
what is Roblox, by the way?
I don't know.
Is it like Minecraft, kind of like you build shit?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, you actually don't know.
No,
Okay.
I don't know. So he was telling me he was doing some game in Roblox, and it's a 1 in a million chance of winning the grand prize. So he was like telling me, he's like, there's a 1 in a million chance to get it. I was like, so you're telling me there's a chance, right?
Yeah.
And he's like,
Huh?
yeah, it's 1 in a million. Do you? I was like, damn, that was wasted on you. And he was like, what? I was like, it was wasted on you. It's wasted. And no one was here to hear it. No one's going to believe me. I'll tell him, Chipper.
It was good. Chipper will appreciate it. I'll relay it to him later. Nice. Well, now he needs to watch Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, I played it for him.
Oh, nice.
We did watch it, yeah. Well, he's waiting for on the 5th, so 2 days from the day of recording. Prey is coming out, which is the new Predator movie. And it's on Hulu.
Oh, it's coming right to Hulu?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
it was like a Hulu exclusive or something like that.
Is Arnold going to be in it?
No, it's like Predator, but Predator comes to Earth, and it seems, I don't know, but it looks like it's almost like caveman era.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like this, I think it starts off with a woman, and she was like hunting, and then some big fucking bear is like the short-faced bear, I guess. She was running from it and like hiding in a beaver den, and then right before, because I was like, what the hell is this? And it was like right before it gets to her, like it dies. So you hear this noise, it dies, and then you see it get dragged away. And I was like, what the hell? Because I saw that it was just playing on preview. I was like, what is this? And then I heard the noise, the clicking noise.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, what? Is this the Predator?
Oh,
I mean,
or the weird invisible, but you can still kind of see it,
or whatever the hell it is. Yeah,
yeah.
You see his aura or some shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. I was like, oh shit, we're talking Predator here.
Oh, nice.
And they're all hunting with bow and arrows, and so I don't know
Okay.
if it's caveman or if it's maybe a little bit later on. I haven't gathered that yet. I'm sure we'll.
Interesting. So it's like the origin story of Predator.
Yeah. So, so Jeffrey's in on it. I showed him the original Predator. I think he thought it was because the kids will play Fortnite too, and they do that shit with like the season of Predator, and they'll have like you can get like a
Skin or something.
Skin, yeah. So it's like a Predator skin. So he was like, and this is you'll
that would be cool skin to have though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was cool. But you'll have this when the kids get older.
Are they free or you gotta buy those? I'm sure they sell them to you, like Pokemon.
They sell them, or if you earn enough, whatever the fuck you can get. Well, who knows?
Okay.
Again, I don't know. I'm sure I bought a bunch and didn't even know. Because I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You have your credit card hooked up to that thing? You kind of have to, right?
Yeah, you do. So it's like,
fuck,
great.
So, man, and that's how kids place like $8,000 worth of fucking.
Yeah, you see all those reels,
Starburst or something on Amazon.
Yeah, the TV and shit. But it's like, so when you get older, the kids will start explaining to you about this Predator thing. It's super cool. He can go invisible. Like, yeah, I know who he is. How do you know?
Like, what?
You don't play Fortnite. I was like, motherfucker was not in Fortnite.
Fortnite. Like, Fortnite wasn't even a fucking twinkle in anyone's head.
No, when the Predator came out, it wasn't even. Wow. I think that people were playing probably Atari at that point in time.
Yeah, Pong. Check out this sick Pac-Man game I got.
I've gotten a few of them. And they're like, "Oh, take a look at this!" Like they're explaining to me. I'm like, "Yeah, I know." This Fortnite isn't the creator of Predator, or they had like a. I mean, they did a Star Wars, so they were trying to get the Darth Vader skin.
Oh,
nice. He's obviously the coolest. Come on.
Yeah. Now I'm feeling like I need another Disney show. The Obi-Wan Kenobi was pretty strong, I have to say.
I liked it, yeah, especially the way it ended. Like, ooh, I'm in.
I like it. But they had the whole spoiler, by the way. The fifth episode or whatever. I'm like, he could have fucking killed him again, and it could have saved us like all the episodes.
Yeah, 9 movies.
9 movies.
Or yeah,
if he just would have finished them off.
Maybe 6 of them. Excuse me.
Yeah, we would have. Well, we would have been spared from Jar Jar Binks, so that would have been nice.
Yeah. But, what if they ever think about maybe just redoing them? We're gonna redo 1, 2, and 3, and we're gonna eliminate Jar Jar. And
I feel like George Lucas holds too much control over him still.
I think he does get. It's funny is I think he's like it's still like his baby, so I think he still gets.
Yeah.
He was all butthurt because they didn't consult him about this and that. I was like, "Would you get paid like $4 billion?
Yeah, why do you?
If I sold something for $4 billion, you could do whatever the fuck you want. Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ride this bad boy out to the end.
He should be consulting people on his fucking beard because it looks horrible on him.
I know. Oh man, but
when that reminds me, it's like got all heard about it. My parents sold their house. The house I grew up in.
Yeah.
And for the next like 3 or 4 years, every time I ran into my parents, they would be like, "Oh, well, we drove by the old house today, and they completely took out the garden bed that we worked so hard to put in, and they took the fence down, and I'm like, Mom, it ain't your house anymore. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
It's like they bought it. They could do whatever the fuck they want.
That's actually something that I was laughing with. I was talking to my wife when we were like making all these changes, like putting the fence in, taking out his fucking Fortnite lilies that he had all over the place.
Oh man.
I said, if he ever drives by, he's probably. I said I wouldn't be surprised if the fucker like knocks on the door, like, "Where's my Fortnite lilies?"
Do you still have the envelope I left? Do you have all the instructions I wrote in fucking chicken scratch back?
A chicken scratch on the back of your insurance letter.
Oh man, yeah. We just wrapped up the MLB trade deadline here. Just wrapped up a couple days ago. Giants, Crickets, minus a 1. They dumped a couple folks. Rough.
Batting 213. I wasn't crying about that.
I don't think anyone was, but apparently the Giants got a pretty good. They came out kind of on top, is what I've been reading on.
Yeah, with some prospects, including one from locally Elk Grove, I guess.
Oh yeah, I did hear about
the Mets. I think. I think the guy they got for Rough.
Oh, nice. But the big news is one Juan Soto moving on from the Nationals.
Have you seen
the Padres?
Have you seen someone wrote like, the San Diego Padres get Juan Soto and Josh Bell. The Nationals get the entire San Diego farm team, the San Diego Zoo. Like it goes down like the list of fucking.
Nice. Doesn't he have a couple of years on his contract left?
I think so.
2 years or something?
I don't know what he has left. Yeah, I think he's got a few.
So I guess the Padres are making. I mean, they're fucking stacked.
And Fernando Tatis Jr. He hasn't even played
yet. He's not even
yet.
Playing right now. Yeah,
he's coming back.
So they got to make a big push to win the World Series here in the next couple of years because Juan Soto also turned down what was the contract?
It was like $400 million, something crazy.
$400 million, 12 or 13 year. The average, like the annual dollar amount wasn't better than Trout's or anything. It was just the total amount was, but they put so many fucking years on it.
Yeah, it's almost like the Bobby Bonilla shit, where it's like going to go on to infinity.
Oh yeah, like he has all the deferred payments and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's kind of the same thing that like Freddie Freeman, in his Dodgers contract.
Yeah, or Christian Yelich should want too.
It's all apparently when you're a big star like that,
why not? Fuck, he's getting $1 million. Bobby Bonilla getting $1 million since he hasn't played since like 2000, 2001.
Oh yeah,
and he's been getting what is it, 1.5, 1.2, something like that every
It's
July,
something.
and he'll still get it for like another like 20
decade
years
of-
or some fucking crazy shit like that.
Crazy.
Harper's contract's going to expire,
Oh, right.
and biennial will get paid like 4 years after that.
Well, I mean, it's great if you could basically, like, instead of say you're going to get $10 million a year, you're like, well, I'm good with $5 million, and I'll just take $5 million for the next. I'll take a couple million every year. Like,
I know if I got paid a 1.2 million a year, I could deal with it. I can make it
I
work.
can handle it. I can make it work. I can handle it. Now, did you see? We'll wrap it up after this, but the billion 1 point whatever lottery.
Yeah, 1.2.
Someone hit it.
Something like that. Yeah.
So I also saw in the New York Times that the lump sum payout after taxes is
It was like 40%.
480 or
Yeah.
450 million
Oh, like,
on like 1.3 billion.
I know people are like, oh my God. I was like, fuck, I'd take it. I would take it.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not crying over that, but the real winner is not you and me. It is the IRS.
Oh, yeah. They come up on top.
That's a nut. That's a fat nut right there.
Go ahead and
But,
put that into fighting inflation. Put that to good use. Put that to good use.
Yeah. What are they going to, that would be like, what are you going to do? Well, I guess we're running a little bit of a deficit. So,
Yeah, just go ahead and pay that down.
put that in the mattress. Give it to Putin or whatever we're going to do. Buy some more fucking tanks and shit. Who knows? Waste it, I'm sure.
It's going on education. What are you talking about?
Yeah. For sure. Well, another one in the bag, Cern. We've gone and done it. August
Gone done
is
it.
here.
Kicking off. August 9th are here.
The nights have been very nice, I will say. As long as the
except for
mosquitoes stay away.
Except for yesterday. It was pretty warm yesterday. Here, at least. We only got down to 70. I was like,
That's
fuck.
when you're like, damn, I guess I keep the AC on. I like to sleep with the windows open, with some breeze going in.
Yeah.
Like come out in the living room and the house is like 62 or something. I'm like, yeah,
Oh,
this is perfect.
yep.
This is ideal state. And then it just kind of creeps up from there and you repeat the cycle over and over. But yeah,
I
that's
guess.
it. Well, watch out for monkeypox.
That's right.
Wash
That's
your
right.
hands, all sorts of stuff. And as always, stay horny. Until next time, I'm Chip.
Absurd.
Cheers.